Hi, my name is Jack Switzer. This is my mind map about everything we've learned so far this unit, or I guess everything we learned in total this unit. Starting off with the Big Bang, it theoretically created everything, so I thought I'd branch off from there. From there, I went to the universe. The universe is the total, it is everything, about everything. Everything is in the universe, everything is of the universe. So the three things that we looked at that are a part of the universe or that make up the universe are dark energy, dark matter, and visible matter. From visible matter, I split off to light and interstellar space. Interstellar space just meaning like the physical things that are made up of matter in the universe. From there, I have black holes. Within, I have the accretion disk and singularities. I have nebula, planetary nebula, and dark nebula. These dotted lines I use to show things that are related. So for emission nebula and reflection nebula, they're related in that they're just both ways that we use the light coming from these nebulas to with spectra to make images. I have stars. From stars and nebula, I have the nuclear bulge, which looked at, and it's just a conglomeration of lots of dust, gas, and stars, so that's why I have it related to both of those. Just floating around in the star category, I have neutron stars, and from that pulsars, the two types of supernova, and protostars. And then connected to stars, I have the classification stars and the HR diagram. I have those together because to show the classification stars, I use the HR diagram in this graph where I had the apparent magnitude of luminosity on the one side and the temperature of the star on the other side. Then I graphed all of the types of stars that we had on that list. Starting with the low mass stars, the red dwarf is small and cool, so it's in the bottom corner. The yellow dwarf is hotter and therefore a bit brighter, so it's over and up. The white dwarf is even hotter, so it's even more over and even more up. The high mass stars are low temperature but large in size, which increases their luminosity, so they're up here. The red giant and the super red giant. The super red giant being higher because it's even larger. Then over to galaxies. I have irregular quasars and lenticular galaxies just floating around. And then connected to Hubble's tuning fork are elliptical, spiral, and barred spiral, because when Hubble created his tuning fork, those were the three galaxies included. He didn't know what the rest of those meant, or didn't know what they were, I guess. Then connected to that, I have our own Milky Way galaxy. And on our way down to Earth, I stopped at heliocentric and the geocentric universe. I didn't include these up in the actual universe because when early astrophysicists were looking at what they thought was the universe, they were actually just looking at the Milky Way galaxy because they didn't have the technology to look further out and understand how far out that it was. Up until a certain point, I forget who it was that discovered that we were just in a galaxy which was a part of a universe that had more galaxies in it. Whatever. And then I brought it down to Earth. Earth wasn't on the list, but I thought I'd include it just because there's so much stuff that was created on Earth. I thought it'd be nice to be able to branch off from there. Starting with the celestial sphere, I have right ascension and declination. Right ascension being the latitude of the celestial sphere, declination being the longitude of the celestial sphere. Then I have satellites, geosynchronous and autonomous, probes, landers, interstellar, and orbiters. I have the measurements that humanity has created for measuring stuff in the universe, light years, astronomical units, and parsecs. Astronomical units being the smallest of the three, and I believe light years being the largest of the three. Then I have telescopes. There's plane-based, space-based, and ground-based. And since telescopes are what we use to image the universe, I connected imaging to telescopes with natural/true color images, composite/enhanced images, and false/representative images. Then going all the way back to the universe, from the other way I split off from visible matter is light. I listed all the types of light waves, in order from longest wavelength to shortest wavelength: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, UV light, X-rays, and gamma rays. And then splitting off from light, I have spectra. Here we have the reflective spectra, emission spectra, absorption spectra, and the continuous spectra. And that is my mind map about everything that is everything in the universe that we've covered so far.